one of the prizes is an in-flight 767-300 Iceland Air that I was about to send back, but I'll give it away. And then the other one is and I have mine right here. It's oh good Lord.
Oh man,
it's a super guppy that wants to be an L-1011 and a fat guy with a beard all at the same time. Anyways, it's a 200 scale super guppy from Herpa. It's actually a kick-ass mold. I got it last week. It's beautiful. Highly recommend it. And so that's the other prize. That's awesome. JP, I'll hand that over to you.
All right. Pat Sajak / JP. It's time for the question.
All right. So this will be for the Iceland Air 1/200 scale Boeing 767-300. The question, and then go ahead and put your answer into the comments section, and we'll be scanning it to figure out who gets it first and who'll get it right first. We all know that Pan American flew the first 747 revenue services, JFK to London Heathrow, on 22 January 1970. So those are the first passenger 747 services in the world. But what I want to know for this question is, which airline inaugurated the second 747 passenger services, and what was the routing? What was the city pair on those inaugural services? So we'll see if we can keep Tom from humming the Jeopardy theme while you guys go ahead and submit your answers to that question. So I am looking for the second revenue 747 services after Pan American launched theirs, and for the airline who launched the second services, what was the city pair involved?
I mean, we're still waiting for people to type. That's a lot to type just for one question.
Well, all they have to do is just give me the airline and just name two cities.
That's not too bad. Hey, Brian, while we're waiting for people to write back, question for you is, the Jet obviously kind of had a mixed record and wasn't a huge success, even though it was beloved by many people. But what was how did this just totally change the industry, and especially commercial aviation industry within Britain?
I would certainly argue it showed that, you look at a company like Air Wisconsin, who was operating props, and regional airlines at the time either operated secondhand aircraft or props, because jets were very loud, noisy, and expensive. It opened up the market for smaller carriers to join the jet age, so to speak. Air Wisconsin, they bought 146s brand new. They were the launch customer for the 200 and the 300, and they operated them all the way to the very end. They finally got rid of them when, my timing could be off, but 2006, when they signed a partnership agreement with U.S. Air. They were leaving United and joining U.S. Air. U.S. Air had a stipulation that they could not operate, Air Wisconsin could not operate any aircraft that U.S. Air had previously operated, and the 146 fell right in there. So at that point, they were like, it's time to say goodbye to the 146. And they'd had them for, almost 20 plus years. So it just opened up the market, and, we used to always think of, short hops being in turboprops, and now it's jets.
Yeah.
Even Alaska's getting rid of their Q400s pretty soon. So, and I think that's, probably the last major that's operating turboprops.
Yep.
So we've got a few answers coming in now. Remember, we are looking for the airline and the city pair involved. The first answer, BOAC, London to New York, is not correct. So we'll let you keep trying it. I think some of you are coming close.
Actually, a really, really interesting story about the BOAC 747 was they took delivery of them pretty quickly right after Pan Am, but they sat at Heathrow for 1 or 2 years, JP. There was a pilot strike, and I think the first passenger flight was a was some kind of employee family day that they just loaded it up with family members, and they flew around Heathrow for a while. Like, I think that was like the first revenue service, with civilians on it. But yeah, they had three or four 747 136s just sitting at Heathrow, and I think it was for at least a year.
Interesting. So it looks like we got one correct answer here. Looks like Andy Martin. Despite all the flack that we sometimes have gotten over the years from Andy, he did get the correct answer. The second passenger 747 revenue services were launched by Transworld Airlines, JFK to LAX. That was on 25th of February, 1970. You probably remember some of the ads of the TWA's Ambassador service. That's what they called their first class services. And obviously on the Ambassador class on TWA 747s was only two, and two. So 6 seats across in a 747.
Whoa.
Ambassador class on TWA's domestic JFK LAX. So Andy, go ahead. And
Andy, pick the model. Which one do you want? Guppy or in-flight 767?
I just have to joke. I'm pretty sure now they put 6 across in an Embraer. So
yeah. All right, so let's go on and let's move to our second trivia question.
Yeah, right. Andy, it just so we're tracking here, just feel free to post below what model you want.
Yeah, I need to know now before the second. Oh, Guppy without the Guppy is off the table, ladies and gentlemen. All right, good choice.
So, our second trivia question here. All right, so only 3 airlines operated the Lockheed L-1649 Starliner brand new. All other operators of the Starliner were secondhand. Name 2 of the 3 airlines that operated the Lockheed Starliner brand new. So we're looking for 2 of the 3 airline operators that operated the Lockheed Starliner brand new. It was really the ultimate piston engine airliner. As a point of trivia, of all the prop liners of that era.
DC-7C was the ultimate. I'm sorry.
Well, it depends upon who you ask.
We only got 3 minutes to start some massive debate, so let's save that
of the prop liner era, though. The Starliner did have the highest aspect ratio wing, which allowed it to have a range have its certain performance advantages against its main competitor, which was the DC-7C or the 7Cs. So, all right. So Terry McDonald, you are. Hold on. No, not quite, Terry.
Oh, I wish that would have been awesome.
That would have been an awesome choice, Terry. But
yes. Come on. This one's too easy.
Oh, well, we got Andy's got it.
Oh,
come on. Andy has taken the guppy off the table, so
you know what? It makes postage easier for me.
Yeah,
so
you save shipping that way, but
save shipping that way.
Donate it to somebody else if you want.
All right, so we're gonna call this one for Andy.
Wait. Let's count down 30 seconds. We're gonna give everybody 30 more seconds to come up with the correct answer. If not, Andy Martin gets the second prize.
And we only do this because we all know Andy over the years. So,
yeah. Andy takes great pub photographs, by the way. His Instagram is legendary for British pub photography.
That's awesome. All right, I think he's a winner. We'll make sure that before we hit the top of the hour that we
Air Canada, Terry, you are awesome. Air Canada. These are all good fantasy schemes, I must say. No, we're gonna give it to Andy. Nope, Andy, you get 2 new models. Congratulations.
in exchange, you have to say nice things about us.
Yeah.